Good music, good level design. There's loads of like alternate routes at the beginning.
There are, there are a few different things going on. I will still say I much prefer the Generations chemical plant modern though.
Oh yeah, for sure, but this doesn't slouch either in the alternate route department.
It's one of the things that when they're reusing a level that's already been reused, the comparisons are kind of inevitable though.
Oh yeah.
And that's one of the things that one of my complaints about them reusing Chemical Plant. It's not so much that I actively dislike Chemical Plant as a zone, it's just we had it in Gens, we had it in Mania, and now we have it yet again.
Yeah, I guess. You know that's got to be Azuka picking that kind of thing out though.
It's gotta be. That seems to be him. I believe it was him. I know we mentioned this in Mania, but we've heard that it was him who influenced having the throwback levels in that, and so it makes sense that it would be him who wants more of the nostalgia whoring here.
I actually kind of like this little level design bit here, how the Mega Mac pushes down the platforms and rotates them.
It's a cool use, but I prefer the flubber from Mania as a Chemical Plant gimmick.
Well, Chemical Plant in Mania is fucking hype, mate, so...
True, it's just Chemical Plant in Forces could be hype.
It could, yes.
It's true, but then to be fair, as much as I thought the propulsion gel in Mania was quite cool, it's nice that Forces goes for something slightly different, considering for the most part it does do stuff where it needed to do more stuff different. It just didn't.
Maybe.
Alright, get ready for a very cheap thing at the end here. Hopefully I don't die.
It's not cheap if you're looking where you're going.
No, it comes out of nowhere and it expects you to react instantly. It's cheap.
There's also the two side paths that it sort of railroads you towards if you don't jump.
You're a cook, you know that? You're a cook for Sonic Team, an apologist. That's what you are.
No, you need to get good.
Oh jeez. Like, that kind of advice I've been throwing throughout the entire game, has finally come back to bite me in the arse.
Oh, now we get a purple gamer cap.
Nice.
We can level up as a gamer once more.
Oh yeah, like the levels of gamer, yellow, black, magenta.
And then the final stage, dead.
It's funny it mentions air boost, by the way. I don't know where I was going with this, but when you're boosting, it's kind of hard to follow up into a homing attack, I've noticed. It's especially prevalent on the Metal Sonic fight.
It is, but then again, that comes back to the homing attack on the whole being weird. Like, it's harder to line him up even when you jump in from the ground, I find, because you have to be more, like, ready in the jump. Like, it's kind of like the same problem again as from the Zavok fight, if you can't readjust yourself like you used to be able to, and that really does take some getting used to.
Yeah, I think the thing that I've noticed with the homing attack in this game is that Sonic very much has to be facing directly toward the thing that he's homing attacking. In previous games, it was more you jumped up in the air and pretty much everything was open to you to homing attack. Whereas in this game, it's much more focused on the direction you're facing, which does make the homing attack less useful, but I suppose they thought, oh, it's maybe a little bit overpowered in previous games, so we need to find a way to gimp it, and that was their solution, but then it just makes using the homing attack a bit more frustrating, and therefore makes the levels a bit more frustrating, and therefore doesn't quite work out in that plan.
Alright, Death Egg. It's literally just Death Egg from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, really. This is actually, I would say, the best classic Sonic level. I actually like this one quite a bit.
There are some annoying sections to me. Like, it's okay. I will say I didn't really care that much for Death Egg in 3 and K, but then that's because it's on the tail end of 3 and K. The post Sandopolis is where I'm bored. That's probably the best way to put it.
Fair enough,
mate. I do feel a bit unfair saying that, because if you're taking the level out of context and just on its own, there are some interesting set pieces, and they do sort of reuse the sort of loopy mechanic here, which, it's a spectacle. It's not gameplay, it's just watching Sonic get launched around, but it's still cool. And again, something else that they've reused before, that in fucking Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Yes,
but still.
Yeah.
But then I do like Episode 2, so I'm not that fussed.
I'm a fan of Episode 2, actually. I think it's a fun game. It's not great, but it's a step up from Episode 1, or then again, what isn't really, to give it a backhanded compliment, but it's also fun in its own right. The only problem with the bosses, like apart from the Metal Sonic fight and the last one, it's not that great in the boss department.
Well, that's because the bosses are, like, they drag themselves out with automation. Because, like, that first boss, for example, like, that should be, like, a 30-second boss, like any classic boss. But because they had that huge fucking cutscene to lead into it, and then they have another cutscene partway through, and, you know, it just sort of overkills it.
Yeah. Oh, you notice how the Death Egg Act 1 mini-boss in the background? Apparently it's just a security system. It's kind of weird, actually.
Ah. That's interesting, I guess. I hadn't even noticed it, to be fair.
Oh, it's fine. We're almost done with the level now. But yeah, I love Death Egg Classic, as it were. It does kind of make up for not having this in Generations, honestly.
Maybe, like, I think, like, with Generations, I do like Sky Sanctuary, so I'm happy with that as a 3NK pick.
Yeah.
And, like, I guess they could have, like, maybe, given they had the Death Egg robot from, like, the Sonic 2 version of Death Egg, like, maybe that could have been a thing that led into it, but still, I think at that point you might have been overusing the Death Egg motif.
Oh, you ready for the hypest bit of level design ever conceived in a Sonic game? Check this shit.
Wee. Look at him go.
And apparently doing this makes the Death Egg explode. That looks like the Sonic 4 Episode 2 final boss, by the way.
It does a little bit, yeah.
That boss is awesome. Like, no complaints about that at all.
It's alright. Like, it's better than the Episode 1 final boss by fucking miles.
Yeah.
Like, that boss is just fucking black. Oh, we got the moustache.
I'm not putting a moustache on a bird, okay?
Why not? That'd be amazing. Especially if he were to, like, wiggle the moustache around and he could fly on his back. I saw you got the soap shoes there as well.
Oh yeah, that was one of the first things I knew about in regards to forces. At least, oh, it's happening again, Flame. It's happening again.
Yeah.
Fuck all them prisoners that were in there. They've all died. And we don't have 4Kids anymore to bullshit some Sonic X adaptation about how they were, like, removed safely or anything. They're fucking dead, fam.
No, I can see them. The parachutes. They're coming safely through the planet's atmosphere.
If they didn't die in the explosion, they'll run out of breath in space. Either way, they're dead.
Why are Orbot and Cubot even in this game? They barely do anything.
I don't know, like, I love them as characters, but it's kind of two things really. One, the fact that they're barely used, and secondly that, like, they're the comic relief characters, and when you compare that to Eggman, his plot in this game is fucking, like, extreme. Do they really fit in here?
No. Like, Colours has a comedic tone. That's where Orbot and Cubot fit. And Infinite is just like, darkness. Not really.
I suppose maybe by comparison in that particular scene, it's like showing Infinite as super edgy when he's compared to the cartoon robots.
Yeah, I suppose so. Alright, what we got next? Ooh, this one is a bit divisive, because I'm not a fan of the level design, and there are a couple of points where Sonic may go flying off the edge, no matter what you do.
Yeah, I think this
is
the level where you want to do the boost to win that we had earlier, but you just can't because there is no way you're staying on that pathway if you do.
I suppose that is kind of the fact that we've since been conditioned by this game now to boost to win. So the fact that now we have actual things we actually have to do, and it's like, that took me by surprise. Like, I had no strong opinion either way in this level. It's okay, but we'll see it in a sec, so well is.
I just want everyone to get home safely, okay?
Don't be tortured for 6 months again. That would be terrible.
And also, I like how Emmy's just like, I want everyone to get home safely. What about all those people that you just killed on the Death Egg?
They didn't really die.
They're not getting home safely. They're dead.
Look, it's on the world map screen. You can see it.
It's exploded on the world map screen. Also, like, the difference there is that they're, like, faceless, random characters. They're not plot important, so therefore it doesn't matter if we let them die.
That's true.
I guess so. Whee! Whee! Not what I meant to do, it's fine.
That would have been cool if you actually didn't fuck it up.
Well, you see, I can do this! Suck my dick, Flame!
Retake the Rooster finally claims his birthright.
Ah, yes.
I'm waiting for you to fuck something else up now.
No, it's fine, it's fine. I took the shortcut. I'm all good now. Whee! And again! Can I hit the ceiling there? Ignore that.
That was a bit limp, not gonna lie.
One thing that was actually brought up on Twitter regarding like this white metropolis thing, it kind of looks like the city from Sonic Riders
Yes.
Zero Gravity.
It does.
A little bit, yeah. Like, I remember there was a little bit of confusion because, like, during the leaks when this was posted, people were thinking like this was a Grand Metropolis adaptation because it had like the similar name and that. And like, there's some of these sort of like things you could bullshit an argument, but there's no colour, so you know it's not really.
No. I very nearly died back there, by the way. Did you see that shit?
Yes, Tom, I did. My heart stopped. It was just like, no.
It's only video games, mate. It's fun.
I know.
Only video games. You're not a true gamer.
Well, obviously, I'm not wearing the gamer hat right now.
No, but then things that, like, I want to be respectful to them as a mechanic, but also they are sort of the things from Advance 3, and I'd rather not remember that.
Is it possible I can actually go over here and do a wall jump to get up there? No, that's just for gamers, unfortunately. Oh, thank God I did that the first time. That's a really hard jump to make, actually.
Can be a little bit fiddly, yeah.
Alright, let's boost to win. And don't fall off the edge!
Yeah, please don't fall off the edge.
Oh, I think we're good now. This automated cutscene means you've won.
Now, them purple things that, like, we were just chasing, I believe they stop still if you stop.
They do.
Ah.
Yes.
Because they adjust their speed according to how fast Sonic is going. Like, I've seen people do that, and yeah, it looks kind of silly the fact that there's robots here just sort of dawdling around waiting for you.
Well, what you gotta do? Use a homing attack in a Sonic stage.
Well done.
Otherwise, they're just passing those, like, mission rewards out, because I'm pretty sure I did the homing attack before now.
Yeah, it gives you the chance to get them gradually as you go through the game. It's a bit weird because, to be fair, you use a homing attack in like the first Sonic stage. Surely you should have gotten it then. But now they just want to kind of split it up for you.
Very interesting.
In the midst of all this over-the-top cartoony OC gear, like, you got the silly t-shirts, you got the trainers and all that, and then you get a fucking, like, Killzone mask.
I was thinking more Doom, actually.
Yeah, so similar kind of principle, yeah.
Stop laughing. This is dignified, okay? Oh.
Yes, okay.
Really? You want me to
Go
go with
on,
that?
use it.
Fine.
Yeah, go on, use it.
That actually fits pretty well.
Actually, the more I'm looking at it now, it sort of reminds me of that fucking stupid spacesuit you get in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah. Question. Could we possibly change the colour of the glove? Well, change the gloves because the colour's slightly off-putting in this ensemble, I feel.
Oh, we got the fucking fashion police right here.
What are you thinking?
I'll give him a watch.
Oh, okay.
So something either red or black would probably sort it. Not those because they're green. You'd need the orange.
How about that?
I'd say that's alright.
That's a slightly different hue of orange to the shirt, but I also don't care and like him looking silly, so go with it.
Alright, where's those other shoes I was saying that we just unlocked? They looked a bit more comfy. Is this them? Nope, that's the same one. Here we go.
Yeah, works.
In fact, you know
Converse.
what? I actually want to look a little bit respectable, so I am going to wear the gamer hat. Now we have become ultimate gamer.
Yes, the one thing that makes you look respectable is the gamer hat.
Okay.
Gamers, am I right?
Yeah, alright, let's go on to Null Space.
Oh yes.
Great
I
level.
love this level.
A lot to say about this one, but let's let the cutscene play out first. You know what's funny is there's no CGI cutscenes in this game. Like, you might think the one at the beginning was CGI, but no, I think that's just using assets and whatnot. If it is CGI, it's a step down from Unleashed and whatnot.
No, what they're doing for these cutscenes is they're using the models in the game except some of them are pre-rendered as video files, whereas others just play out live in the game engine. And that's why some of the cutscenes look incredibly artifacted.
Oh god, yes. There's one which is going to occur very soon, actually, to be fair, because we are rapidly approaching the end of the game now. And oh my god, it's like the worst artifacting and pixelation I have seen in a cutscene in a very long time. And I was watching it and just thinking, am I actually seeing this in a modern day game? Like artifacting that is that bad? Why you're using the PS4 and the Xbox One and the PC? How in the living hell have you managed to pull off that when you made the same mistake in Generations with the cutscenes there? How did you do that again?
To be fair with Generations, it was only really the Xbox 360 version where it was really bad, like in terms of compression. Like the PS3 one had like its own share of flaws. Oh, we're going into the probably the coolest part of Fist Bump.
This is it. This is all Null Space itself actually is. It makes me feel that this was meant to be something more. Because don't get me wrong, the rest of this level's hype as fuck, but this, we were gone for like 10 seconds.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, it feels like there was cut plot here or something, or even just like maybe a cut level, like a full level that they probably were intending to put there.
Yeah.
But we've got the later part of Fist Bump on a loop here, and it just works so fucking well. Like, this is the part where you got the really cool guitar breaking along with a vocal breakdown, and you know, I am so fucking cool with that. Of course, it's better when Tom doesn't sing along, but hey, can't have everything.
Yeah. That actually gets me a little bit when he starts singing A Brand New Day and whatnot. Because it fits with the level tone and whatnot. It's like you're finally making headway, and I think a YouTube comment said it best. As YouTube comments are apt to do, that oh, hang on, no, never mind, it's fine. I was going to take a shortcut, but it feels like this is the turning point for the Resistance, where they start to fight back against Infinite and whatnot.
I guess so. Like, to me, it's more just it's cool to hear the song because I fucking love Fist Bump. But you know, that's my own little slant there.
This is the power of the gamer hat that is allowing us to do this, by the way.
Well, of course.
Brilliant. I mean, it was better in Unleashed and Generations, but what are you going to do?
Now we just need like one of the fucking MGR scenes where he's running up the side of a building and we'll be lit.
Yes, boost it wide open! And that's it. That's one of the best levels in the game, and it didn't even break 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That makes me think though, I forget, can you get a sombrero for the Avatar?
Holy shit, our Avatar's tall compared to Sonic.
He is, yeah.
Is he, or is that just the cap?
Might be the cap. It stops us from becoming a manlet, don't you know? Gamers are the most virile subclass of person on the planet.
Well, to be fair, if we didn't have that cap on, then our rooster feathers would be really, really making us taller than Sonic, so...
Oh yeah, good point.
Tom 60 Core is basically just being kind to Sonic to make him not feel short.
Manlets, when will they learn?